Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Ashlyn. Today I'm doing a lip swatch video on Arbonne lip glosses. These are some of my favorite glosses out there. So many different shades to choose from. I believe there's 9 that I'll be swatching today. They smell great. They're all botanically based. Some key ingredients in here that make them so moisturizing is Edelweiss. They even contain Edelweiss plant, which is a mountain flower, which is really great for moisturizing your lips. There's amazing different finishes. I really love these. If you're interested in seeing which one you like on, then just keep on watching. So the first one I'm going to swatch is the shade Hazel. This is a nude brownish kind of color. It comes in a really nice tube like this and a great applicator, just a doe foot. I'm actually going to take off my lipstick. Right now I'm wearing a shade of the Smooths Over lipsticks in the color Lotus. I'm just gonna wipe it off so you can see the glosses true to color. I'm just gonna take the applicator and just directly apply it. They're really easy to apply and they're pretty pigmented too. So this is the shade Hazel. So this shade is called Primrose and it's a pinky kind of color. As you can see, it's a lot more cool toned than the one previously. The one before Hazel has a more warm undertone, and so that one probably suits me a little better because my skin tone is more warm. This one is a cooler undertone and would be great for people with fair skin and that have cool undertones in their skin. And I know there's a question all the time of how do you know if you're warm or cool or neutral in skin tones, and so the best way to pick your lip color is to know what skin tone you are. So to know if you're warm, you'd look at your veins, and if they look kind of green, which they do for me, it means you have a more warm undertone. If you look at your veins and they're more bluish and purple, you probably have a more cooler undertone. And if you can't really tell and it's like in between, or some of your veins are blue and some of them are green, then you probably have a neutral undertone. Another way to tell is to see what kind of hair color suits you. If you like platinum blonde and like the very cool ashy kind of colors and that goes with your skin tone, you probably have a cool undertone. Whereas if you like warm browns or dark, rich hair colors, then you're probably warm toned. And if you can pull off any kind of color hair, then you probably have a neutral skin tone and therefore you could pretty much rock any color. This is a cool toned color and would be great for people with a more cool undertone. If you use like the shade Light or Fair of our CC cream and really like more pale colors, then you'd really look good with this color on your lips, especially if you have blue or green eyes. I think that'd be so pretty. So this next shade is called Calla, and this is a beautiful shade. I'm a makeup artist and I use this shade on a lot of my brides and they love it because it's a very natural kind of pinky color. It's like a Your Lips But Better shade. It just makes your lips look so juicy and just a tint of color. I think it's so pretty. And this is a more like neutral to cool color, but I think it's a pretty flattering and universal shade in general. So I think anyone can really pull off this lip color. Okay, so this next shade is one of my favorites. It's called Mimosa, and as you can see, it's a more bright, kind of warm, peachy color. It's great for the summer and spring. It's really bright, really fresh. Like I said, it's good for warm toned skin. If you have more cool tone, you'd maybe want to go for Primrose instead, which was that pinky color. But this is really great for just a nice touch of peach. Really, really beautiful, pretty natural looking still. And yeah, just makes you look so peachy. This is one of my favorite shades. And again, this one is called Mimosa. Okay, this next shade is called Larkspur, and it's a beautiful red shade. It's warm undertoned, and it's great for the spring and summer if you want something a little more bold and bright, and it's a lot less commitment than doing a red lipstick. Very easy to wear, and yeah, just more of a pop of color. So this shade is called Cosmos, and as you can see, it's more like of a berry shade. It's like a raspberry, so it's a red with a slightly cool undertone, and it's a little more pinky than Larkspur. Larkspur was more red, and this one is like a smooth finish, so there's actually no shimmer in it at all. It's just purely gloss, and love the finish. It feels so comfortable. This is the shade Cardinal, and compared to the other reds that we just swatched, this one has a more warm undertone and is a more true red color, like a blood red. Compared to the first red, Larkspur, it is a little bit darker, a little bit more rich in terms of redness, and it's less orangey. And then in comparison to the last one, Cosmos, this one's warmer and it's less berry toned and more true red. So this one is really nice for a more natural look. If you put a little bit less than I did right now, you can just dab it on and it'll give you a really like my lips but better kind of shade. But yeah, it's a really nice way to incorporate a true red into your makeup routine, but make it a little bit more natural. So excuse my terrible application for this shade, but this is a darker, more browny tone. This would look beautiful on deeper skin tones. It's a more brown, warm toned hazel. So the very first one we tried on was a more light brown nude. This is a little bit of a darker nude. Really, really beautiful color for that kind of old Hollywood vibe, and would look really, really beautiful on skin tones that are a little bit deeper than mine or just deeper in general. It'd be a beautiful nude. I love this color. It is very warm and very rich, highly pigmented just like all the other ones, and yeah, very beautiful. It has a nice warm undertone. This one doesn't contain any shimmer at all. Actually, no, I lied. This one contains a little bit of shimmer, but nothing really glittery or sparkly, and it doesn't affect the texture either. This is the shade called Hyacinth, which I think is the name of a flower. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And it's a more purpley, kind of plummy undertone. Yeah, really, really beautiful. It would look great on so many different skin tones. This one is definitely more purpley compared to the previous one. The previous one, Anise, was actually a lot more brown. This one has a very cool toned kind of berry tint to it. So yeah, still beautiful and can be built up a little bit more for more pigment. So I just put Mimosa back on because I think this one's my favorite shade out of all of them. If you liked this video and thought it was helpful, give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I will be doing a lot more swatches, makeup tips and tricks, and a lot more conversational stuff about clean beauty, health and wellness, and lifestyle. Yeah, I really plan on growing this channel in 2020, and if you want to follow me on this journey, then please subscribe. I will see you in my next one. Bye!